do you need me to say I told you so? Because I told you so. Okay? I told you so. I knew it was going to happen. And guess what? Here we go today with an announcement. Robinhood announcing fractional freaking shares. I told you with all these investors going to these brokerage, now going to this commission-free investing, I knew Robinhood would have to step up and actually offer some more to compete with them. And here they go. So they've announced fractional shares, dividend reinvestment program, or DRIP. So that's where they'll just automatically reinvest that dividend into paying for this certain stock that pays out the dividend. So you reinvest that dividend, you get paid out right back into the stock. And they also are offering recurring investments, so you can set a pattern. So every, if you want every month or every week to spend this dollar amount on this share, you can say, let's go, let's do it. That's fan-flippin-tastic. So today we're introducing fractional shares. Some stocks and ETFs cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. That is very true. Many people won't be able to invest in their favorite company because of this. I can't afford a share of Amazon. If you think about it, what about these investors just now starting out? How can they possibly afford a share of Amazon if they wanted it, if they're just starting out? You know what? That's awesome. It's good. Now they can, if they want to start out. And again, so Robinhood here is trying to continue to really be that market for the newer investors that aren't yet in the game, that are trying to get in the game. We'll see how this works for them. I think it's fantastic. As far as when they'll actually roll this out, it'll be interesting to see. For me, I'm very interested because of the fact that I currently use two other brokers for kind of a similar reason. I use M1 Finance for the fact that they offer this. It's pretty well robotic investing. It's auto investing, and now Robinhood will be doing it too. I don't know if that'll necessarily change where my money flow's going right now. I'd like to have a couple different brokerage accounts to have a similar strategy, but a little bit different. Robinhood I use more for the occasional trade. I'm not going to put any speculative stocks on my M1 Finance account. It's going to be entirely things I want to hold very long term. But Robinhood is where I usually do a little bit more of that riskier type trading. So again, I don't think this will change how I change my strategy, and I'll still be using both Robinhood and M1 Finance as well. I think this is just going to be a fantastic feature to have on Robinhood because of the fact that sometimes I want to maybe not spend. I maybe want some more Apple. I don't right now. I'm not too happy with the valuation of Apple, so I don't really want more Apple at the moment. But let's say the thing goes down, and I don't necessarily want to put in $230, whatever it'll be at the point in which it goes down. I don't want to put $230 in, buy another share, when I could be spreading that wealth over a wider range of stocks. Let's say if the whole market finds a correction, I don't want to spend all that money on one stock. If I'm putting in $1,000, I don't want to necessarily put 25% of that into one specific stock. I want to spread that out between all my stocks evenly. So this fractional shares will be fantastic for that. It's very true. It's intuitive. It's intuitive. Can you believe it? So that's fantastic. We'll see when actually they come with that. Right now it's in early access. And then starting early next year, they'll start this DRIP program. So let's go. And recurring investments. So automatically reinvesting dividends back into cash and scheduling investments. So that's fantastic. Personally, I very much like the scheduled investments too, for a good reason. Obviously, you can schedule just regularly, put cash inside your account without having to manually do it. That works very well with their currently with their account they're offering as far as their 2.3% APR. their bank card. So this is not only going to be beneficial for that, because you can put in regular amounts of money every week set to the side that you can just earn money from that, and or you could use that money to regularly invest in a stock that you particularly want to be regularly investing in. So that's what I like about M1 Finance personally, is I don't necessarily have to buy a full share. I can just spread the wealth and just dollar cost average into all of these different stocks to keep them at fair value. And I love that I can do that now, so I don't have to blow all the money out in the world to go buy a Facebook share, an Apple share. I can just buy a little bit if I really wanted to, and then buy a little bit of something else, and a little bit of something else, a little bit of something else. So that way my portfolio balance doesn't get too out of control. So it's something I like. And again, Robinhood finding ways to advance, and I love it. Thank you, Robinhood. I am on the early access list, and there's quite a lot of people on there naturally, so let's see when the heck this comes true, baby.